So, are you a beginner in programming language, or are you thinking of starting learning a programming language? Maybe, let's say, we are going to talk about Python, certainly. So, are you going to learn Python programming, or you are thinking of learning because you want to jump into a data science field? Okay. If these are the kind of question that you have, and you have certain doubts in your mind, like I am from a non-technical background, I am from, let's say, mechanical background, I'm from a non-IT background, I have been into sales from, let's say, 8 years, or from for a very long, but I want to switch into this. Or I don't do coding, I am from biology, or I am from I am a doctor, okay, I want to switch to this field. Okay, so maybe these kind of question, if it is there and if it is bothering you, and actually it is also bothering me because I get a lot of like this kind of questions in almost all of my classes when I start. So I want to clarify all those in this particular video, right? So that is why I made this video, and I hope you will like it and you will watch it till the end to get the answers, right? So here is an interesting article that I was talking about, were published into Medical Press. Okay, it is in June 5, 2020. Okay, and whenever I start any classes, so I show them this article, so that here is a proof that yes, you can also learn, and okay, and it is proven by this particular research. So let's talk about this. So this article says that programming language brain scans reveal coding uses same regions as speech. Okay, so that is the title. That means we will get to know in this particular in the rest of this article. So the main question that they came up with, that while starting this, is that what goes in the minds of a programmer when they write software. Okay, that is the first question. That this is the question, first of all, when they pose to start this particular research. And so to find out what they did is, like, they have used imaging techniques from neurosciences and investigated which brain areas are activated when they read or understand the computer programs. And what they guess what? So what they found? They have found an amazing result, that programming is like talking. So like the way I'm communicating with you in English, same way you communicate with your PC or a computer using any program. It could be Python or any other language, right? So they found out that the brain regions that are the most active are those that are also relevant in processing natural language. So this is what the common thing between like programming as well as speaking, okay, language. So let's find out more on this. Okay, so yeah, so here is Dr. Janet Segment from Cambridge University and her colleagues. Okay, so they have found out, they have done this particular research. So let's see that, okay, how they have reached to this conclusion, okay, what they have done. So that is mentioned here, highlighted points. So if you can see here, so what that it is, like, first of all, they have used functional MRI scans, okay, to observe the brain activity during this process. And in that they found, as you can see here, that the image data clearly showed, that means the functional MRI scans that you get showed the activation in the test subject. That means the person who was giving the test, okay. So that person's brain, they found that, okay, their left brain areas, which is mainly associated with the auditory or speech comprehension. That means, like, there are like different areas of our brains. Okay, let's say, let me show you that exactly what I'm trying to say. So here is a area for brain. Okay, so that is a cerebral cortex, functional area of cerebral cortex. This is again taken this image from dana.org. So you will see that cerebral cortex means that is the outer layer of your brain. Okay, so where like each area, as you can see, they are colored in a different like they're colored differently. That means they are actually responsible for certain part or certain functions of our body, right? So let's say if I talk about this one number, so that is associated with the behind part of your brain. So that is one that is actually responsible for your visual area. That means where all the visual process happens. That means all the sight, your sight, which is like how you are seeing things. Okay, so that is being processed here. So similarly, if you just see here, that is the fifth part, that is actually related to do your auditory area. That means hearing and like listening, and all the speech processing can happen here. So during this experiment, what happened, that they found that the specific area where speech comprehension happens is actually getting activated, right? So And this is in summary. Also, they have written that to our surprise, we could not observe any activity in the direction of mathematical or logical thinking. So this is again an interesting thing. That means the first thing that they have observed is that yes, speech processing area, or that the area is associated with the speech comprehension, is getting activated, but they did not get any activity in the direction of mathematical or logical thinking. So this is also one of the proof. That means it is not always necessary that okay, you have to be very good at maths. Okay, still you can program, you can learn to program. And it has also been said by Dijkstra, which is again, he is a very famous Dutch computer scientist in 1980s, that our research suggests that the speech understanding plays a central role in programming. Right. If you are able to understand English, then obviously you will be able to program almost most of the programming languages. Let's consider any, let's say Python, Java, or any one you want. So definitely you'll be able to program, because they are also, first of all, they are written in English. That is one thing. Then second thing is that you will be able to correlate. You will be able to convert your ideas into code. That is what mainly is it's all about, right? So the key point that I want to say here is, or this article also says, that uh, like programming is just like talking, right? It's nothing new. And let me scroll down much. And so as you can see here, that they have the team led by Segment, Apple, and Brackman. These were the writers. Now they're what they're doing is they are trying to understand or they're trying to find out that how the understanding of programmers differs between experts and beginners, whether they read, interpret, program code in a different way. So this is going to be really interesting study. So if you want, you can follow them and focus on that. And if you really want to understand, or if you want to go more deeper into this particular research paper, so definitely you can check this out, link which is here. Okay, so you can definitely find it. And again, let me tell you that this is not publicly available. As I can see here, if you click on this link, you will land on to acm.org. So you can reach out to this particular link, and then you will find that you need to access here, right? So definitely, so if you have the access, if you want, so definitely you can get the access and purchase it. So let me tell you about some interesting fact here now. So what I observed common in Python as well as learning English. Okay, so both of them, what I found, because English is also not my first language, it is not my mother tongue. Okay, so when I was learning first time, so what I used to do is like I used to translate from English to Hindi to English, and then I used to speak. Okay, and that used to make me feel that I'm not fluent, right? So what changes I did is I started thinking in English. Okay, rather than just thinking. Like if you just observe one more thing, like if you dream something, right? So you dream into your mother tongue. You don't dream into in English. It's normal. Like you don't dream anything in some other language. You dream it in your own language, whatever you are familiar with. And whenever you start thinking in your mind, so you think into your mother tongue, not some other language. So what I observe there is that what if I start thinking in English? If I start dreaming in English, maybe I will become more and more fluent. And same thing that I did, and that's what made me able to speak English slightly fluently, right? So in a same way, what I found in learning Python also, like if you start thinking in Python, okay, so in the same way you will be able to convert your ideas into code. Okay, so that is what common I have found into both of these. Okay, and this research paper or this article also proves that, right? So in the same way, I hope now you will find out easier to go ahead, right? Just think that okay, you're trying to communicate, you're trying to learn a language to speak or to communicate with your PC. Instruct this, that okay, do this, do that, right? And same way I will try to do in this rest of the playlist. I will try to like find out certain examples which will help you to realize that okay, yes, it is nothing new. Okay, that's it's you can definitely, you can write it very easily, and Python is such an easy language. You will find out a lot of similarity with English. Okay, so that is also going to be very easy. So we are going to explore that in my rest of the playlist. So I hope you will continue. Okay, so till then, keep on learning and keep on exploring. That's all from my side. Thank you.